Welcome to Marital Hate. I am Stacy, and this is Doug.
Happy Friday, one and all.
We are married, but we do not hate each other.
It's a misnomer, is what
sometimes
the show is.
We bicker a little, and we ring the bell. And everybody thinks it's funny.
Everybody goes to their neutral corner.
We really don't.
No, we just keep at it.
Our house is too small to have a neutral corner.
The whole house is Switzerland.
Our friend Anne is here. She says, "Hello, friends. I have been thinking of you today, my friend. I have not been feeling so well, so I haven't reached out to anyone, but I want you to know that I have been thinking of you and Elias."
Or Elias, as you
feel free to give us an update or not. You can give us an update and say, don't put on screen, but then the YouTube people will see it.
Oh.
Anyway, or you can text me.
Do something. That's all.
Well, the point is that we love you and we're here, even if I'm not taking phone calls or texting people. I'm putting literally everything I have into doing the podcast. And we're not even editing or expanding platforms or doing all the things I wanted to do. I'm just barely able to do the podcast. I did not drive my neighbor to work today. I did not get dressed today. As a matter of fact, I have on.
You don't have any clothes.
I have the skirt that I had on yesterday and the night before as a dress.
Starting now.
Because I had to throw something on.
Starting to get a little gamey.
Thank you. I need
to
be
hear that. I'm kidding. I'm just making things up.
I've not had a good week. Not feeling good. I'm super depressed. Generally trying not to burst into tears at every moment. So there's that. So yeah.
So welcome
for telling me that I smell bad.
No, I was doing a quote from an old show. He had staples taken out yesterday after 4 phone calls to the doctor. We had an appointment, and I told them they needed to take them out as it was 20 days. That's a lot of staple days. It's like dog years.
I'm sorry, Stacy, that you're feeling horrific. And you have nothing to apologize for, but I appreciate your kindness. My husband, on the other hand...
I will tell you the quote that I made.
But that's not the point. It hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry. And I'm not going to sit here and be yelled at. Thank you. I am trying to make light of things, and hopefully it will cheer you up. And I didn't mean to.
You were not yelled at for it. I told you you hurt.
Well, I'm sorry for hurting your feelings. I did not. I was not thinking, and I did not think that might hurt your feelings. So there you go. I was quoting an old show. Thank you. That's all. And I am sorry that I hurt your feelings.
What would you like to talk about on tonight's podcast?
That this week is the work week or whatever is over, and hopefully there's a relaxing, fun-filled weekend ahead. That's what I would like to talk about. I would like to get the vibes and the energy back to positive things.
And how are you going to do that?
I don't know. First thing, I'm going to drink this drink and enjoy its bubbles. And what are you going to do?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to continue to have a chronic illness and feel like I'm about to burst into tears at any minute, and have my husband make a mean joke, and then I could say, "Oh, that hurt my feelings." Have him be like, "Blow me off."
I am sorry that I hurt your feelings.
Thank you.
Marital hate.
Why are you saying marital hate?
Because those are the kind of things that cause marital hate. Saying the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Okay. I have been working. I've been just looking at RV videos like constantly. That's pretty much all I've had in me lately. And I just try to distract myself as much as possible, because between, my chronic illness, and the holidays approaching, which I know it sounds early, but like the no kid stuff really gets to me, and really not feeling good. 10 years of this and just being super lonely because Doug's like working all day, and yeah, it's really hard. And so I usually try to find like fun or interesting things to talk about on the podcast, and I take notes and whatnot. And I don't know, I think I have a couple for today, but I was having trouble finding anything on the thing. I was going to comment on one of the RV button. So there's one of two ways I could take this conversation at this moment. One would be to talk about the RV video I watched with the lady who has too many beauty products, or we can talk about how well you need to know someone to ask them personal questions about fisting.
About fisting specific, like
which do we want? We know we're going to discuss both. Which are we going to discuss first? Personal questions about fisting, or the lady who had way too much makeup and who was a plain Jane?
I would like to talk about them because there, and we watched that lady last night.
Yeah. So, Daniel says, "I hope you're feeling better soon. Thank you." So we were watching. So I've been watching RV videos because I had this idea that if we bought an RV and traveled, if we did like if we boondocked and did like Harvest Hosts and Boondockers Welcome, that kind of thing, that we could save enough money in a year to buy a piece of land, because land in Florida is dirt cheap, or whatever. We have to be in Tennessee or something, but that we'd be able to buy some land, and then we could trade our RV in for a fifth wheel and be there till we can afford to build a house or whatever. And so I've been watching RV video after RV video. And yesterday one was on organizing, and we've watched organizational videos on these RVs before.
Yeah, it's generally helpful.
Some of them are helpful.
Yeah.
Some of them are helpful.
Yeah.
Like one of the things is like with the soft rope baskets that you see in the store at like Target or whatever, and you're like, what the hell would I ever use that for? They're actually really good for RVs because they're kind of moldable to the thing. And so you need, like, for your foldable stuff, you really want to have something to put it in. Excuse me, or like miscellaneous small things. People will get those, those bags, or clear containers are nice. We've learned a lot of things, and there's a lot of stuff that's common sense. But then there is this woman in one of the RV groups I belong to who is like bragging about how organized her fifth wheel was. She's like, we downsized from a 4-bedroom house, and I'm so proud of my organization here, and blah, blah, blah. So it's the refrigerator, and the refrigerator has like, actually I have a picture of it somewhere. I'm going to pull this picture up because it gives me fucking anxiety, and I need the world to see the things that give me anxiety.
I think, well, as you look that up, I would say my take on some of these is like, sometimes the stuff they do is so rudimentary, or not even like remotely like a 2-year-old could figure it out. Like, if you take a Q-tip and cut it in half, then you have 2 Q-tips. It's, stuff like that. It's really,
some of them
really
are
strange.
fucking stupid. Yeah. And some of them
but others are great.
But some of them are fucking genius. Like people use PVC to roll up their carpet and put inside, or their stinky slinky.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That guy that put the pegboard in his little storage area, so he could fit like all his tools at the ready, boom, right in this, like one of those down low.
Oh, you're talking about he had like a little pegboard?
Yeah, he put the pegboard in there, and then he because
there's certain tools that you need all the time.
Yeah,
like your pliers,
screwdriver, pliers, razor knife.
Oh, freaking tape measure. We're always using tape measure.
Flashlight, drill.
Drill
driver.
Let's see if I can show you guys this
hammer.
So this is my organizing group, and I don't know how to see it. Finder entire screen. No, that's not it. How the fuck do I pull this up? Can I text it? If I text it to you?
Yeah, it should be all right.
Hang on, let's see what I did. See, I have the photo there.
Oh, then you should be able to pull that up now.
It's not letting me do it. It was there the whole time.
That's weird.
I'm sending it to you, and you can pull it up. So, why is it not pulling you up? Okay. So this woman's got her refrigerator, and on this refrigerator, she has magnetized everything that she fucking owns. There's a roll of paper towels. Like, for me, like, I don't want to walk over to the refrigerator to get paper towels. But like, okay, like if you don't have anywhere else to put them and you don't want to drill a hole, that makes sense. But then she's got these extra. She's got like 3 magnets holding up this little house thing with all these cloths in it. Then she's got magnets for no reason and magnets holding up things. And then she's got magnetic trays, and then she's got a magnet with a rag. But the thing that gives me the most anxiety, I mean, other than
magnet with a
all
rag
of that fucking clutter,
yeah,
is the 4 goddamn aprons. Who brings 4 aprons with them to camp?
I don't think anybody probably owns 4 aprons.
I have 2.
You have 2.
I have one. I
One
used
for
to
each
cut your hair.
use.
I bought them in a 2-pack. I have one that I use to cut your hair, and I have one that I use in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's I can't, unless you were doing pottery.
I lie. I have 3. I have one for the kitchen. I have one for painting, and I have one for cutting your hair.
Painting is more. But I could smock.
No, I use an apron.
Oh, that's right. You do have. Yeah, you do have.
So
yeah.
I have 3 aprons,
Yep.
and if I lived in a camper,
you would probably pick and choose.
I would have one.
Yeah,
I would have 1 apron. I would be down to 1.
And I don't know what this stuff is up here on the, like, it looks like she cooked bacon and just left it.
I don't know.
Or something.
But
I don't know.
This is an organization video. So I'm sure she's a lovely person, but that's a lot. That's just a lot.
There's a lot going on there.
It's just a lot there. Trace is here. She says, hi. I hope you are not working and your moving is coming. She did not have, she went and got her hair done today. It didn't come out as purple as she wanted.
Oh.
So we'll pray for Tracy's hair.
Maybe when the sun or something will...
And a swift recovery. The sun is not going to help her get more purple. We're praying for Tracy's family and their safe move, and we're praying for Elias and his safe recovery. Everybody, just in general, the whole world.
Oh.
Trace does not have any aprons.
And she's working.
Multitasking.
Interesting.
We could pretend that we have a golden ticket.
We'll call her up
somewhere.
I've got lumbago.
My husband's blood pressure is through the fucking roof. He doesn't have life insurance, and I'm freaking out about it. He won't tell me what to do at his funeral. Can you help me with that one, Trace? Is that something that you can get a golden ticket for? Still, no.
Black ticket for mourning. No. The greatest man on earth.
You had a job interview today.
Yeah, it was a good conversation. I really liked her a lot.
First one you had in.
Oh God, it's been a while.
How'd it go?
Was very good. I liked her a lot. We were scheduled for a half hour. We went a little over an hour. Just had a lot in common, kind of a lot of the same ideas, same approach, and stuff like that. So we'll see where it goes.
That's cool. But you're also doing some freelance right now for another company that you're really psyched about.
I am psyched. They're awesome people, and they're. I feel like I'm adding value, and that makes me feel good. So.
Well, and they give you the freedom to do what you want to do, and you're doing some cool stuff.
Yeah, and they say funny shit. So it's awesome.
Bruce.
I just Bruce, like you know
Bruce,
me. I mean,
right? Calm down. You're going crazy.
I'm able to pick out the absurd in life, and like just sometimes it's just sometimes I find things like funny that are probably not actually funny, but I find joy in these things, like the like some of the photos that I show you, like today. There was a guy that Massachusetts man fulfilled his lifelong dream of handing out market basket rotisserie chickens during trick or treat.
That's awesome. I just want to be clear with everyone. I just scratched myself in the private parts.
In the private area.
So Tracy said she's laughing at the magnetic paper towel holder. Hey, listen, if you need a creative way to store something, magnets are your friend. Velcro's your friend. Like there's, I guess people like command strips. We have not had great luck with command strips.
I'm not a big command strip.
But you gotta do what you gotta do. Trace says she's working and she's a multitasking fool. Douglas, do you need a golden ticket? Doug needs a winning Powerball ticket.
Yeah, I need that kind of ticket.
So his wife could go to like some sort of like
healing
clinic where they like keep me there until I'm healed and no one complains about having to cook. And I have a
dig at me, by the way.
Maybe, but like it makes me feel bad. I want to go to a clinic where I can get healthy by some miracle, or they'll put me out of my misery. I'll go either way. But I'm pretty sure Doug is not in support of the latter of the two.
Oh, I kind of like
that. Trace says, Doug, did you get your hair cut?
No.
You did last weekend.
Was it last weekend? Yeah. It's
last weekend. I cut his hair last weekend.
Tracy. Pay attention.
And Trace said Jay for a good interview. Soap and water is good for that, Stacy? Question mark.
It's because you were scratching.
Oh, yeah, well, I do smell, and
Nobody said you smell.
You did.
I was joking, and I apologize for the joke.
And Gary says, "Hi guys."
Gary S. in the house.
How do we know Gary again?
He's my first ever friend when we moved to Worcester.
I thought George was your first.
I didn't even know George existed. He lived up the hill. Gary was down the street. I could see. I had a line of sight. I'm like, hey, there's kids down there. I ride my tricycle down. There's Gary and his sister. What's your name? Where you from?
Hang on a second. Were you like 5?
I think I was 5.
You were riding.
But I turned 6. Don't judge me. I think that's all I had. I didn't think I had. I didn't have Mike.
And so, have I met Gary?
No, I haven't seen Gary since he moved out of Worcester. Grade school, Gary, probably. That was a long time ago.
Word up, Gary. You're not teaching us on our best.
For whatever reason, the other night when Gary chimed in, I like all these memories flooded back. I know Gary's parents' names and I remember when his little brother was born and his sister was in my grade and Gary was here behind me down at Midland Street School.
Small world after all.
Yeah.
Is this the first time he's watched the pod?
No, he's been around before, yeah.
Sorry, Gary. I have no memory whatsoever.
We usually talk about football.
Tracy is laughing her ass off. Okay, so the second RV video we watched last night, I don't have pictures of this, but we should have taken some. So this woman's got this like little organizational, like almost like a pegboard in her RV. And IKEA has like a bunch of those little sliding rail kits. Like there's all kinds of cool stuff that you can get to both decorate and have like functional and attractive storage in your RV. And then there's people that just don't give a fuck how it looks, and they're like crazy gluing those back of the door shoe caddies to everything, and they're
to the
like,
outside of the
truck.
I
didn't want to open this cabinet to flip that switch, so I took the door off, and it took off a quarter pound worth of weight. And like I understand it from a utilitarian perspective, but there comes a point where it just looks like you're fucking Sanford and Son. And like I think if you're a full-time RVer, like the goal is to not look like you're Sanford and Son. Or maybe it is. I don't do. Let your free. Like I think you have to either go full on white trash homeless.
Yep.
Full on artsy or full on.
Yeah,
glam.
you go full on hippie, or you go on. Yeah, you go all high end and stuff.
Glam.
I think that's hard to do in a camper because like there's just you can't like stow everything and have a nice clean.
Yes, you can. You don't understand. My grandparents had a camper. I spent every summer in it. How many times have you been in a camper?
0.
Okay.
I stayed in a houseboat once.
Would you know, based on what you know of my childhood?
Yeah.
Do you think that there was an item out of place in that entire camper?
No. But it was.
I will tell you the exact items that were visible. A ghetto blaster, which was with the
I don't know.
box, whatever they called them at the time, but
can't call
ghetto
it.
blaster.
No,
What
you
they
can't
call
it anymore.
My hair is all lopsided.
Oh, that's good.
You call it what you want to call it, but we called it a ghetto blaster growing up. I don't know if that's racist.
A boom.
It was.
box.
I'm sorry. I don't even want to tell you what I thought Chinese food was supposed to be called.
No, you don't want to.
Until I was in college, I didn't know.
Yeah. Thanks, Stacy's parents.
It wasn't my parents, actually. It was my aunt. She would call it a different word than you were supposed to call it. And I mentioned going for that kind of food one day, and my friends were like, "What did you just say?" And I'm like,
"Well, you get up and you get out, and then you realize that
they're like, you can't say that.
You can't use the
and
small
I'm
town
like,
words.
That's
all right.
But this person that the relative that taught me that word was not from a small town.
Oh,
she was from a city. She knew better. I was taught something that I should not have learned.
Yeah.
My parents are responsible for a lot of terrible things. That was not one of them. Although my dad did like to say the N-word. I don't know if he still does.
That's no bueno.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. Gary says, amazing memory, Doug. Yes, he's got the good memory. I have the good processing. Yeah. He's physically capable. I'm energetic. But that when we can't, like, I can't be like, here's my energy, take it. Because like I'm energetic and want to do things, but I can't do things. And Doug has things that he can do that he doesn't want to do that I do, like pay bills.
I went to drop that art school. What am I supposed to do with
stress
bills?
About money? So I will tell you that you really should have a place for everything in your RV, and it should be neatly stowed.
And everything should have almost.
But you should also have a place for everything in your house.
Three different uses.
I'd like to see everything have multi uses in an RV. Yes. But in our RV, so we had the boom box. My grandmother would listen to classical music. Nice. She had some tapes in a travel
Nice
case.
tapes.
We had a deck of cards with the loon on them, or sometimes we had the "Don't Tread on Me"
Don't tread on me. Yeah.
cards, depending on what we've run out of. And my grandmother's copy of Watership Down, which was about this thick.
Oh.
I don't think she ever finished it. And some sort of prayer nonsense.
Oh.
That was it. That was it. Outside, my grandfather would have a cribbage board and a newspaper, perhaps on top of the refrigerator, stowed very neatly.
Yep.
You don't understand how tidy these people were. I was made for RV living.
Nice.
I'm prepared for this.
So I'm just trying to think, like, if my parents had an RV, it'd be ashtrays, a TV guide.
Well, that's what my parents would have done.
A radio. My mom would love
that's
to listen
to my parents would have done.
The 40s
but
radio.
These were my grandparents, and they were far more rational than my parents. So the RV, the woman, so we're watching this video, and this woman is showing us all this stuff that she's organized in her RV. And by the way, I don't even know how to describe her. She looked like an art teacher in 1982.
She's very bland.
She's so bland.
She's chicken broth.
Yeah,
she's
not
the
like
human equivalent
of like a
chicken broth.
English literature teacher.
She's
like,
yeah.
Anyway,
she kind of looked like paste.
She looks and sounds like paste, but then she gets to this bathroom, and she's got this wall where you would like normally like neatly organize things. So it's like a wall unit with like little cubbies that you put on it. So she's putting different things in different areas. So like for us, like we would put like silverware in one area, maybe like salt and pepper in another area.
Not in the bathroom. Yeah.
Well, she did it in the bathroom. So okay, in the bathroom we probably put like our toothbrushes and toothpaste in one area, and like I don't know, contact lens shit in one area, and like my face care stuff in one area, and Doug's nose trimmer in one area, whatever. We have some sort of an arrangement in full display, like a little bouquet. She had a whole collection of tampons on display. And it's like, we're adults, like tampons shouldn't really be funny at this point in our lives, but it was just funny. And then the fact that she had so many beauty products, and she was just like plain Jane.
But the funny thing was, this wall of stuff was behind, like, so if you're sitting on her toilet, the wall was like behind her with all the stuff. So maybe if she needs a product, whoop, 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 done. Right? Like, it's like,
I'm sure that she was like a tampon applying ninja,
like a ninja.
But if she really wants to do that, she should take the protective wrapper off. She could do it much faster that way. She could do it much more faster that way. I'm going to tell you this much. I'm so committed to camping. I had my uterus removed, so I don't attract bears. That's right. I had my uterus removed, so I don't attract bears. What?
That's why you got it done?
Yes. So I wouldn't attract bears.
Let me see. So
we could live in an RV.
You know what? I think I'm worried about attracting bears. Let me have pieces of my insides removed by a surgeon.
If anyone ever gets around, and I mean me or Doug or Tracy or a magical fairy that comes in the night or some sort of AI to make clips of this show, we will go viral so fast it's not even fucking funny. But who has the patience to sit through and listen to pearls? Like, that's why I had my uterus removed, so I wouldn't attract bears. I think I would attract
the tampon. It got you covered.
Do you think that's what a tampon is like?
That's your tampon.
Okay. By the way, this is not enough of a flange to shove it up your ass. Don't do that.
The tips that you learn here on the podcast.
Don't do that.
Including don't put things in your ass
Tracy
without a
said,
flange.
She said, I'm prepared for this, LOL. Apparently she was, but not as prepared as I was. Again, took that shit out.
That's the noise it made. There's actually, my wife has hand signals for everything, and hysterectomy is
Hang on, watch. This is
chicken on a salad.
And this is so you can't see it. I have to stand up.
Wait.
You might see a little nipple here. Oh, that's a lot of titty.
You're making it worse. You're just making it worse. This is going to be our best-selling episode on iTunes.
No one's going to watch. I had, that's my uterus removed, chicken on a salad.
Yeah. That's give me a drink. That, and then when we're playing cribbage, she'll be like that means like move my stick or my peg. Sometimes she'll have a conversation with herself while she drives the Jeep, and this hand is like kind of doing like this kind of a thing, and it's not she's not shifting, but she's like, like as if she was an Italian grandma talking.
sometimes I shift, like I'll move my hand as if I'm talking while I'm shifting. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I think what it is that I think you just you want to communicate so many ideas that you have to revert to yet another way to get them. I just talk
to myself. I mean, there's 8 people listening right now, and I question their sanity. But
they're just waiting to see if you stand up again.
I need to fucking circle back with Larry, because Larry made a comment. Daniel said, "Very nice, thank you, Daniel. I needed that. Very much needed that." So the point is, there's a million ways to organize your RV, and I don't think you need 3 cabinets full of fucking beauty supplies.
Depends if you're ugly. If you're ugly, you probably need more products.
Anyone needs 3 cabinets full of beauty supplies. One.
What if you're a burn victim?
You don't need 3 cabinets full of beauty supplies.
Your face was removed by a chimpanzee, a rogue chimp.
Again, you don't need 3 cabinets full of beauty supplies.
I'm just throwing out some ideas.
First of all, no one needs 3 cabinets full of beauty supplies. Second of all, maybe a couple drag queens do. If you're super masculine, like if we tried to make you look like a lady, that would require a lot of
hide my lantern jaw.
You got a big old square head.
Do you have a big old square
Zach and I were talking about that this morning. I said that neither of you would make very good women, but of the 2 of you, you would be harder to be passable.
Zach's got a lot of hair covering him.
Told him that we would have to wax him, but there's nothing that we could do about your massive blockhead. So you don't wear makeup. Like you can wear makeup if you're in your RV, I guess. If you're full timing, like whatever you want to wear makeup, go for it. But I only wear makeup for you guys. And look, my hair is crazy.
All right, Tracy says it, unless that's your job. If your job is to make people beautiful, that's a little different. That's an avocation.
Then, 3 fucking closets in an RV. I mean, I was a hairstylist for years, and the most space I ever took up was a half a closet. And that's with like having color at home. I mean, you've seen my hair stuff.
I've seen your hair stuff. Yeah.
So and then the third of it was that she had no makeup on. She was on camera and she had no makeup on.
She looked like paste.
She just, so why do you have
She looked like boiled chicken.
So what happens is we're watching RV videos and we're screaming, mostly me, at the television about what idiot. Actually, no, you scream at the TV too. So we scream at RV videos because we're like, what are you doing? What you're doing that wrong.
She looked like the dough that the kids used to play with at Bertucci's.
Terrible. She was just bland. She wasn't like.
She looked like a Cheerio if you leave it in the bowl overnight with some milk.
White. She just looked blah.
And blah. She looks like oatmeal before you cook it.
No, she looks like oatmeal that's been sitting in a pond. What is this? I don't want to see the YouTube blog, but thank you. So we had another comment.
From Larry?
From Larry.
From our man Larry.
Guys, there's the one lady that said this podcast is a total waste of time. And then there's
Larry, who loves this.
Who says, y'all got me hooked to come get a plate. You can't complain about the weather. We come from the 30s and the weather. Sure.
Not gonna complain about that. Larry's boss came over today to fix the pool timer. And I took the opportunity to say, yeah, that Larry, he's awesome. And he's like, yeah, he's good people. And I'm like, he sure is.
Doug, Brad.
Well, he's gonna watch the show, and then you'll see that I talked him up.
Your boss
Larry.
Today.
Larry's tall though. It's good though because he's got like if he's long, and then he's got the pool cleaning ability to reach out and get that one bug that's floating on the surface. I'm sorry. We're gonna put the.
Sorry, I just want to respond to Larry. I meant to do it at the beginning of the podcast, but I got hurt. Southwest Florida weather is the best. See, you can talk. I don't have to do all of the talking.
I already talked about my chicken guy that gave out chickens.
That's you on a record. That's cool that you on a record, fly guy. Yeah, you gotta send a link. So Larry, the theme song to our podcast is Doug.
Oh. I just remembered what I have. I have to send these to myself here via.
You don't have them. Would you screenshot them?
Yeah, I want to take out the person's name though because I don't want to shame them. Okay.
So you're pulling that up. So the other question was how personal of a conversation of a relationship. Tracy says that's not funny about Doug, that's funny about her looks. Yes, it wasn't good. But we shouldn't make fun of the way women look ever. But this woman in particular, I just didn't make sense that she had so much makeup. And the chick that was, with the face tattoos and morbidly obese and shitting on people, again, not so much with her looks. It's just, I just didn't think that was the kind of person you hired to shit on you. Apparently, if you have a warm asshole, there's always a way to make money.
And you probably do.
I have to think about that. What am I supposed to stick my finger up there and check the temperature? Like, what are you doing? Oh, this is the Cape Coral. You could have just pulled up the page.
Well, I have to open this.
That's what I'm saying. You could just go to the Cape Coral page and just pull up the page, and you wouldn't have to load 8 million photos. Okay, so here's the other question. So, we've been on the topic of fisting and chest shitting and all kinds of other gross things. One of the things that came up recently for me is I believe some of the people on this podcast may be fisters or experience fisting, and I want to know
fisting
more
on the
about
down
it.
low.
And then again, new friend of mine, recently told me that one of his fantasies that he's been clear with his partner about is fisting. And I don't know him well enough to say, well, do you want to be the fister or the fisty? And
right.
And like, which hole? Like, I feel like if you've given birth, having somebody put a hand in your peach is not so bad.
Peach
is having it in your bunghole. I'm just curious. I'm curious about people and what they do and why they do it. And I don't judge them, but I am fascinated by it. I want to know why people do the things that they do.
Well, I found that I'm curious about people and things they do. But then when it comes down to really learning what the people do, I'm like, okay, yeah, I was just kidding. Like at some point I have to put on the brakes.
The horrifying stuff though, I'm totally fine with that. Like, if it's something I don't understand, it's not something I would do, but it seems to make them happy, then I'm going to support it because I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to have peace, love, and happiness. Everyone. I want everyone to have peace, love, and happiness. And this includes people who are awful to me. I want them to be happy because if they're happy, they'll stop being awful to people.
Hopefully. That's the theory. In theory, you would figure.
People do not harm others.
People would be
happy people do not harm others. Happy and peaceful people.
Unless it's a temporary happy.
Oh my God.
Happy people. Let's just make everybody happy. Let's get everybody happy.
Go ahead. What was your point?
I don't know.
Just has to argue with me. I don't even know what I was saying.
You were talking about
I want everybody to have happiness. So if it's not something I understand, like, that's okay. I don't have to understand. I have an open mind and a curiosity. And I feel like when I ask questions and I understand where people are coming from, I'm even more accepting and supportive of what they want to do. The thing that drives me crazy is I have a lot of people that come to me for advice, or a lot of people that, like, total strangers tell me their fucking problems. And it's like, anybody can get themselves into a ridiculous situation. I've done it 1,000 times. I'll probably do it again. But it's what you do in that situation. Are you in that situation saying to yourself, oh my God, woe is me, I'm in this terrible situation? Or are you like, I'm going to try to do something about it. I'm going to try to do something different. And I don't care if you're doing something different as praying to God. You just have to try. And it's like, I see people who are making like the same mistakes over and over and over again, and they have no one to blame but themselves, but they blame everyone but themselves. Those are the people I have a problem with. Fisters, no issue.
No problem.
You want to shit on somebody's chest, you want to hire somebody to shit on your chest, no issue. But when you start blaming other people for your fucking problems, and you have like,
that's hurtful,
just the terrible attitude in general, I don't want to talk to you. And you know what, honestly, I didn't want to talk to myself today because I have I'm not in a great mood. I'm sick of being fucking sick, and no one will let me die. And I don't appreciate it. So I don't know.
You know what might cheer you up?
This next comment, Tracy, why don't you pull it up, Tracy's comment, before you do that?
She says,
well, I do both. She shits on people's chest, pays people to shit on her, and does the fisting. I would like to hear more.
I think that's called omni something or other. It's like
please
like an herbivore.
And thank you.
It's like an yeah, all right. I complained about it, but mainly link for helpful insights so I can fix stuff. Oh wait, she's not talking about the fisting. She's talking about blaming other people for her problems. Maybe no, I don't think that's Tracy. We really need to
I
know
think
what you guys are
sometimes we
talking
need to vent. Like, I think what she's saying is sometimes you need to vent.
Sometimes
So she'll
you need to vent,
complain,
sure.
but then she'll do something about it
right.
afterwards because she's looking for insight, which I think that there's value in venting sometimes, but you can only give yourself so much time to do it because
take a little moment.
It's your pity party is not going to help. Go ahead.
And she says, no, she does not blame people for her problems.
I don't think that
which
you
is
do.
good.
No, I wouldn't be friends with you if you did. Gary says, I know a wannabe lesbian who rented a hotel room and the biggest dildo she could find practiced squirting. I guess that's the thing they want from each other. I'm just trying to blend in with the dialogue.
You're right. You're hanging in there, Gary. You're like right. Yeah.
I don't know that the size of a dildo impacts your ability to.
Every woman is different.
Because when I squirted, the last time that I squirted, and it was like a lot, you were just down there with your fingers.
I don't know what I was doing.
Hands, feet, hands,
I had a plunger.
Fingers, knees and toes. You did not have a plunger.
Oh,
I can't, Gary. Why? Why did you?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Gary. Gary, you might want to just run.
You could have warned me.
Yeah, you could run. There's got to be something else you can be doing.
Trace
cleaning the bathroom
says
or
I'm
something.
Fully capable of throwing myself under the bus. And Trace says, "Good job, Gary."
Gary is one of us.
Don't throw yourself under the bus. I mean, beating yourself up doesn't hurt. Beating other people up doesn't hurt. But I do think boundaries are important, and I think expectations for ourselves and others are important. And because I think expectations for ourselves and others are important, I put very high expectations on myself, higher than I would put on anyone else, which is why I'm so incredibly fucking frustrated with my stupid fucking disease.
I don't like the disease. I wish it would go away and eat a bag of dicks. Getting back to Gary's comment and your thing, like, I don't know about the size of the dildo and if that's a squirting inducing thing or what, but maybe that was just her take on it. Like maybe these normal sized dildos aren't really helping me. Let me go jumbo.
There's actually a great Patreon account that you can subscribe. Tilda something. She does a whole series on how to squirt. And then Tim Ferriss wrote about it in the 4-Hour Body. It's a chapter called The 15-Minute Female Orgasm.
15-minute?
Yes, I told you to read it.
I did read it.
You told me you didn't.
No, I've read it.
Okay. Well, anyway.
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
Go ahead, tell them.
No, that's all I remember is 1 o'clock.
Why are you not telling them?
Because that's all I remember, 1 o'clock.
Anyway, 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferriss. There's a chapter called The 15-Minute Female Orgasm, which I support. Trace says boundaries are very important, which is why I am getting my own house again.
Nice.
Good call. And I saw some beautiful wallpaper for Trace to get today. I sent her a video of it on TikTok. Apparently this woman bought this wallpaper that was feathers. Excuse me, but when it came, it looked like hairy tacos. I said the first thing I did. The second I got it, I sent it to Tracy.
Yeah.
But that's a serious question. Like, I realize that I'm inappropriate pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't really know where the line is, but I'm asking for clarification here. So, how close of a friendship do you need to have with someone before you can ask them questions about fisting? Like, do you feel like, okay, here's some people that, okay.
Well, it depends on the person, right?
Varying degrees of friendship that are watching the podcast right now. So you grew up, Gary was one of your close friends since 3rd grade.
Yeah, first grade.
First grade. Yeah. Can you ask him about his fisting habits?
Probably, yeah, Gary. I could talk to Gary about it, but I can't talk to I could probably talk to Tracy about it. But
so you're going to talk to your former colleagues about fisting, is what you're saying?
Yeah, because she's part of this podcast family. I don't think I could. I'm trying to think. I don't think I could talk to like my school teacher about it.
Did you talk to Anne about fisting?
And I could talk to Anne about fisting.
That's our greatest compliment that we can
I couldn't
give
talk to
you. We would talk to you about fisting. I wouldn't talk to
Andrea about fisting.
No, I would.
See, that it depends on the person.
Papa, no.
My pharmacist. No.
There's people. My pharmacist is definitely somebody I'm going to talk to about fisting. I'm going to say, can you please tell my husband that we cannot use Crisco for fisting? That we should use coconut oil or some sort of silicone-based lubricant.
Gary chimes in. You guys talked about dildos once before. I actually was dragged to a sex toy party a long time ago, and you wouldn't believe how many colors and sizes there were.
Yes, we would.
When one of the twins was, we took on a college tour, so she was like 17 or 18. And we went to Philadelphia, and we just ended up in a sex store, and there were just rows of them, right? And we're walking down, and there was like
dildos and condoms.
There was some
everything.
gigantic like thing, and I'm like, I lean over, I go, that doesn't occur in nature.
Well, Charlie.
Well,
Tracy says, "Oh my God, that was hilarious pussy wallpaper." So, let me know what accent wall you want it on in your house, and I will order you some as a housewarming gift. Tracy said, "I think they are bringing up fisting. They opened the door. Dive all in." You raise a valid point, but I'm usually the one to bring up fisting, in case you haven't noticed.
And Gary said the sex toy party got boring.
Boring. I went to a sex toy party once with a double-sided dong, and I had to pass it like musical chairs style to my former spouse's boss. So that was fun.
That's not good.
They were hilarious.
Yeah, it's but I don't know what half that stuff is for, Gary. I go in we went in the store, and I'm like, what? Well, I know what some of the stuff is for, but what is this thing?
Yeah, Andrea is laughing. Andrea Ann is saying, "Ha ha ha, Doug," and thanks.
Yeah, because I feel comfortable speaking with Ann. There's certain people I would not. A person in some sort of uniform, perhaps. I don't know, something like that.
And it is 8:42 on a Friday night.
Well, I have something to present that I
still think you should just pull it up from the website.
I could not stop laughing about this last night. Okay, so somebody on the Cape Coral page was doing hand-drawn portraits for $35. They make a nice gift. These are the samples that she provided. I will pull them up accordingly here. The first one was. I don't know if is that ET giving the finger, or like, I'm not sure what it is. Smoking a joint. I don't know what that is, but is it well drawn? I don't know. And I feel like I think this person is capable of doing. I think
we need to buy a painting from this person.
Yeah, I think I do. And then of course, a pig.
A pig fly.
It's sort of like an exploding color pig, which I want to actually look at this when I'm on acid.
I think I figured out what to get Christina for her birthday.
A pig portrait?
A picture from this lady.
This is, yeah. It's interesting.
I think that one's actually really good.
If that was like a linoleum block print, it'd be good. Hold on your ads, folks. I don't know what's going on here. That's
what my vagina looks like. If you get it from a wrong angle, that's exactly what it looks like. Not flattering. That's also what my vagina looks like.
Mother Teresa. That's what my balls look like.
If I don't shave.
That is a self-portrait, because that's what the girl looked like. And then this, I don't know what this is.
I think this baby has some sort of fluid on it.
My wife.
It's not good.
Maybe it was just born. I don't know. Maybe it's got some remnants.
Maybe it's shampoo.
And then I don't know what this is. And I don't know why they're wearing this fetish hood and wearing a watch. Like, I don't know what it was. But this person, and then of course there was this, which is
$35. Ladies and gentlemen, you can get pictures made for your whole family.
I feel bad, like, and I'm a supporter of the arts. But I think what I reacted to is, like, if you're gonna try and get people to buy your stuff, show them more portraits. Well, maybe that ET thing was a portrait, but I don't know. It just caught me funny, and I don't hate me. Yeah,
it's hilarious. I still think that's what we should get Christina for her birthday, is like a nice portrait made by that lady.
Well, Tracy's homecoming housewarming gift.
Well, I think I'm getting them vagina wallpaper.
Oh, well, that's also
Trace. Gary says, I learned the hard way not to let Sex Fifth Avenue get inside the vajayjay. Interesting, you should say that. Doug went to a bachelor party once. One of the guys went to a whorehouse and ate a puss.
A hooker puss.
A hooker puss. And actually, my friend does too. He told us that he eats hooker puss.
Okay.
And good for them.
It's HP.
Tracy says, "Is that a horse on the baby's forehead?" No, I think it's some sort of bodily
horse fluid.
Show the baby.
I closed it up.
The baby with the fluid.
I gotta look it on my local drive.
Why do you mean? You have it right here. Just pull it up and Finder. You just had it open.
No, I don't.
What did you delete it?
It's in my downloads.
It's under images. Under
I
I.
don't understand why he does things the way he does.
Well, this is where it comes in. Okay, where is it? Where's the baby? Show me the baby. There it is. Okay. It's either a fried egg.
I think it's bad. It's not a good situation. I don't know what that baby was doing, but that's not appropriate.
I was trying to hide the name, but I don't think it's working. But I honestly, it's either peeling.
It's got, maybe it's got vitiligo. That's what I hope that but it would be better if it had vitiligo than what it looks like. It's not.
I think you know what I think.
I don't know what it is, but it looks like it's not good. It is terrible, but it's got some. By the way,
it's supposed to be water.
Can I side note about vitiligo? I think it's actually beautiful.
Oh no, yeah, I think it's super interesting. I think
vitiligo is. I think people who have vitiligo, particularly
I know somebody
people who have it on their face. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Apparently, Joe Rogan has vitiligo.
Oh.
It was an ointment made to stimulate the clitoris. Apparently, I needed assistance.
Anytime you need it's suggested that you use an ointment during the lovemaking. Probably not great.
And then Trace says it looks like a horse.
She says
I think it's pretty.
Vitiligo is pretty. Yeah, it's super.
Well, maybe
she
thinks she thinks that the baby's face looks like a horse, and she thinks I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah,
I will say this: we should probably stop jumping between conversations about babies with
and finding and ointments.
Maybe we keep those topics separate.
Okay. Maybe there's ointment on the baby.
And you know that we have ADD and they have ADD, and we keep jumping all over the place. But
what are you looking at?
There's something going by and making a lot of noise. I'm hoping the weed's gonna kick in soon. Tracy says no, vitiligo is pretty. Yes, it is pretty. No, it's pencil drawing. She has a couple of pencil drawings, but
the pig I think is
the gang member is probably my favorite one.
I don't know if it's a gang. I don't know what that is.
So good.
But
so good.
$35,
ladies and gentlemen.
I enjoyed it, and it's yeah, I applaud anybody that's out there trying to make money with their artwork.
Our friend Rugworthy Kathy, she sold us our Buffalo Bills pillow, which we love. You snuggle it all the time.
It's so good. It's like this little mini,
latch hook. She saves probably a lot of money. So when you buy a latch hook kit, the pieces are pre-cut, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
She has to cut them all herself.
She has to cut them in the time together, and then.
Yeah. Anne says, I think people with vitiligo are beautiful also. My little niece has some spots. I saw a picture of a woman with it and mentioned she was beautiful. Yeah, I think that I find like people who look actually it's really funny because about the lady with the tampons, the quick on the draw and the terrible, why do you have so many cabinets of makeup?
She looked like oatmeal soap.
She looks so bland. She looks so plain. Like, give that lady some vitiligo, or like maybe a fancy birthmark, or like a mole, or
spice her up.
I don't know,
somehow.
like smack her in the face with a shovel. Do something to make her look interesting.
Smack her in the face with a shovel.
Well, I want somebody with vitiligo to smack her in the face with a shovel.
Oh, holy crap!
Tracy says, as soon as I'm done at 9, I'm going to pack my ass off. As I only have this weekend to get stuff done, the movers are here on the 8th. Your night, that is, you've got a lot going on.
That's a lot going on.
Gary says, good night, you two.
We wish you a good night, Gary, and a pleasant weekend, and thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by.
I don't know that I have anything particularly. I always have notes on my phone about things to talk about on the podcast. I talked about the plain chain and the fisting. And then I have just a bunch of other random notes, but I don't think that anything that's particularly exciting. I don't know. Like, it's not enough to go into, like, I felt like there should be a podcast drinking game for every time we ring the bell or something. Yeah. Every time we have no idea what anybody's talking about.
Because we got some folks out there that watch a show that are have been sober for a long time.
They can eat Twinkies.
And now you're
or they can eat organic berries.
I don't know if anybody saw my
podcast eating organic berries game, a podcast drinking water game, so everybody's hydrated.
I don't know if everybody saw my my Facebook, but I saw these in the store tonight, and since being a Clash fan, I'm like, you rock the Kaz bars from Hostess. And I just it just, I mean, Kaz bars. What is that? I don't know. I don't even know what that is. Tracy says, "Oh my God, you are not drinkers."
No, we are not.
And you would be under and you would be under the table. Yes, that's what happens. And that's not good. That is sugar grossness. Yeah, exactly. It's hydrogenated death is what that is. Here comes a car. That car does not belong.
I think it's the car. I think
it could be the
truck.
vet.
I think it's the truck that the guy works down.
Oh, it could be. Yeah,
but
we have interesting.
Who the fuck knows? Anyway, we're having excitement in the neighborhood. Not really. I left the house a couple times this week. Drove Jen in. Would I drive twice, 3 times?
A couple times. I know a couple.
And
then
not today.
You met the people out there and gave away all the candy. That was good.
Yes. Sorry, I gave away all your snacks. You have Fluffernutters there and Hershey bars, and you can go to the store anytime you want.
I forgot about the Hershey bar.
Oh,
I did. Yeah.
So, tonight was not our best podcast.
We're super low energy. It's Friday. We're dragging. We're dragging ass.
I'm just not having a good week.
I'm
sick of being sick.
We have a weekend coming up. We're probably gonna go to Ding Darling, see some crazy shit.
The Jeep is quieter, so
Jeep is nice and quiet.
I don't know if I want to go anywhere.
Well, we can.
I have been straight up pulling my blanket over my head and just crying. That's been fun. So hopefully things will turn around for us this weekend. Hopefully Tracy's move will go smoothly. Elias will recover. Gary will find
true love
in the sex shop. And maybe Anne will feel happy and loved.
And peppy and bursting with love.
And if any of you do any fisting this weekend, please let me know.
Yeah, let us know.
Don't send pictures. Hey, you pulled me through. Thank you for being here. You're welcome. Let's do gratitude, even though it means we're ending up a little early.
Well, I'm grateful.
By the way, when you're feeling sad or down, you should definitely do gratitude.
I am grateful that we did this podcast, brought joy to into the internet world, and gave us something to think about.
I am grateful for technology because it gives me ways to entertain myself. I'm thankful for RV videos because they give me ways to distract myself, something to shoot for. I'm thankful for people who appreciate me. I'm thankful for people who care about my feelings. I'm thankful that you made lovely burgers for lunch today. I'm thankful for nature and all the animals, and I'm thankful that we're getting some cooler Florida weather.
It's beautiful. I am thankful that this week is over. This week was pretty busy and kind of tiring. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'm grateful that the weekend is here. I'm grateful that we made it as a couple, and thankful for all these folks. These folks are great. They keep us going. And thankful for the cooler weather. I'm thankful that the guys came and fixed the pool thing today. I was thankful that I got to give Larry a shout out to his boss. And
probably they'll give Larry more money, but he might be going to sell some cars.
Don't say that.
I don't think that the pool company.
Pool guy can be watching. I don't know.
Trey says, "Oh man, I'm in so much pain. I just need this move to be over."
Girl, hang in there.
Pace yourself. Pace yourself. Hire someone. Pace yourself. Don't do that much. And Ann and I are talking about her coming down and you guys coming up so we can party in Georgia. That would be amazing. And then Trace says, I am thankful for you two amazing people. I'm thankful for this week to be over, and I'm thankful for pain meds in the form of Rolf oils. Girl, pace yourself. When we moved down here, I would go until I was in too much pain, and then I would sit down on the biomat. And then I would do 15 minutes and rest. 15 minutes and rest. And I always sat on a stool and I didn't lift anything. Like I would sit and go through a box and I would have. So what I did was, and I should have told you about this, but what I did was I had contractor bags, like the black contractor bags. And that was charity stuff because I could put anything in there, clothes, shoes, a toaster. And then there was the regular trash bags we use for trash. And then we used plastic bins, Rubbermaid bins for the things that we were bringing with us. And it was a really effective system because
so you always knew what the trash was.
You always knew what was the trash. You always knew what was charity. You always knew what was coming with us. And I would leave a bin open if there was still room in it. And every day, Doug and Zach, Doug every day, and then Zach, when he would pop in, would bring some boxes down. Or, and then we just had everything on the front porch, and big brothers and big sisters came and took everything. And then we gave a lot away. And on the last day, we had 1/2 bag of trash, and I gave it to Russ. Mm. That's it. That's pretty much all we did. Yeah. We left that place spotless.
It was
better shape than it was when we moved in.
Certainly cleaner. Yeah.
There was not a cat. There was a dirty litter box there when we moved in. Dirty litter box. Tracy said, Tracy, be safe, my friend. Ann said, Tracy, be safe, my friend, and feel better, my friends. And Trace said, you would think I would know because I had to because I've had 2 back surgeries. My head says, oh, you're young and you got this, but my body laughs its ass off and says, no, you don't.
Yep.
Literally every day of my life.
That's what happens.
And unfortunately, I know that it's every day of your life too. And it's, I know it sucks. And, you think when there's something like this that you're going to be able to do things, but that's why there's teenagers around that want to make extra money. You can hire them. Ann says, Stacy, tomorrow will be a better day. Good night, all. Yep. And Ann says, yep. And love you guys, and we'll see you on Monday.
Have a good weekend, everybody.